fourth law of karma is a law of humility, and that is accepting what is. So if we don't accept the present situation or what is showing up for us, it will continue. So what does that mean? It means that if I want to use examples, like if you're in a toxic relationship, if you're sick, if you have an illness, if you're in a job that you can't stand, or a situation that you just don't want to deal with, maybe it's even as a student, maybe it's studying, you have to accept the current situation before you can move on or move through it. That is part of karma. And how we deal with that is our karma, the action we choose to take. Often in a situation that is fearful, that we don't want to deal with, we'll go into fight, flight and freeze. And when we're in that freeze state, that means no action. We don't do anything. And often this is the case if someone's in a toxic relationship. They don't want to see what it is. They want to see what they want it to be, but they don't actually see it for what it is. And until they do see it, and you probably think of many examples, that they can't move through it, they can't learn from it. You know, sometimes we have blinders on, like if I'm in this job, if this happens, it will be better. Once if I get a promotion, this will be better. But if it's a toxic work environment, or if you're in a job that you're just not meant to be doing, no matter what you do, until you learn that you need to move on from that, it will persist. It will just keep coming back until you actually create action from a loving place. And sometimes that action is difficult. Sometimes that action is a slap in the face, because you know you might have to go through some pain before you get to the result that is best for you. If you leave a relationship, there is the pain of that you might be wanting to avoid. If you're changing jobs, the fear of moving into an unknown career or changing careers, that could be a fear for that. With an illness or something like that, the fear of what's on the other side of accepting it may be too frightening. But it is to come from a loving place that then you will find peace. If we want to look at this from a global scale at the moment, we didn't have a choice in the circumstances that are showing up in our world at the moment. The coronavirus, the economy, the job losses, the homeschooling, the social distancing, they're all showing up for people in a different way. And we just have to accept it and try and work from what we have control over. What we have control over is how we see a situation, how we choose. For example, if you have lost your job or your business isn't working, maybe it is about, maybe I need to look at my business from a different angle. For example, my business as a kinesiologist, I would see clients one-on-one, face-to-face. Now in a social distancing environment, my business has moved online, and I'm seeing clients through Zoom or on the phone, and so the structure of the business has changed, but I had to accept that it couldn't stay the same. So part of accepting what is accepting that it can't be any different, and accepting that there is action that needs to be taken. Tomorrow I'll be talking about the fourth law of karma, which is the law of growth, which is what we're all here for, is to grow and expand. If you're interested in more information about the 12 laws of karma, as I mentioned in my first video, I did a podcast in February with Mick Ryan from Soulless Wellbeing. The podcast is called More Than Wellness. It's a great source of information. He interviews lots of different people with different healing modalities. And anyway, we did a great podcast and we spoke in great detail about all the laws of karma. So if you want more information, I'll put the link to that in the comments below.